Today we're looking at police brutality in America. Now, this video I've recorded a couple times, but I haven't really been able to get my point across. So I'm gonna try to keep this very short, and I'm gonna try to explain whatever I'm saying as fast as possible, but in as much detail as need be without me repeating myself. On May 25th, which was yesterday for me, George Floyd was killed by a police officer in Minneapolis. Now, the reason that I'm very not, I wouldn't say pressed to do this video, but the reason that I feel like I have to do this video is because this happened only 20 minutes away from where I live. And this Whole Foods that it happened in front of is somewhere where I've happened to be a couple times in my life. It doesn't seem like it's something that should be happening in America anymore, but you see it almost every month. We saw it last month with the mob. And we start asking ourselves, what's going on here? And today I'm here to try and answer that question. We have to look at what principles are promoted by either party. On the Republican side, we have to look at the cause and effect system, right? Many Republicans, their belief is that as long as there's a cause for whatever happened, the effect is just due process. Now, this might not make sense at first, but let's just take a step back and look at it. Yesterday, George Floyd was killed, like I said before, by a police officer who put his knee to his neck for over 5 minutes and ended up cutting his oxygen supply off and killing him. We don't even know what happened actually. We know that there was an alleged call. There was a call for an alleged forgery going on near this Whole Foods where it happened. And we know that the police officers thought that this black man was under the influence. Let's take a look at what Republicans would say in this situation. What they should say, according to their principle, is that the cause is there, right? Is that there's a black man walking around under the influence, there's an alleged call of forgery. Now, in any logical situation, you go up to him, you might have to struggle with him a bit, you handcuff him, you put him in the back of a squad car, and you send him off to be put on trial. However, it didn't work out this way. He was put under a police officer's knee and he was killed. So now you start asking yourself, was the effect due process? No, it wasn't. So let's take a look at what Democrats have to say about this. The Democrats say that if there's cause, the effect has to be warranted by the cause. So cause has to be relative to effect, right? So if you see somebody that's just walking around, being black and being drunk, and there's an alleged forgery going on around there, the cause does not warrant the effect in this situation. The cause of him doing all those things and then being killed is not warranted. So now you ask the question, what is going on here in America? Why is this happening nonstop? And the answer, it's very simple, and it's something that I felt for a very long time. It is just the belief that cause, as long as it is there, is basically just a reason for due process of effect. And in my opinion, and in something that I believe is fact, this is just completely wrong, and it's killing people. So now, let me just give you one more perspective on why what Democrats say in this situation is the right belief. Let's assume the worst. Let's just say that George Floyd had a gun on him, and he was going to pull it on the police officer. But let's just say that he ended up getting him on the floor. Let's just say he ended up getting George Floyd underneath his knee, and his neck was right there, and he was holding him there, right? What is supposed to happen in this situation? Is George Floyd supposed to be killed? The answer is no. That's not the police officer's job. The police officer's job is simply to bring him to justice, no matter what that costs. Now, the issue here is that even in the worst of situations, even assuming the worst, you don't kill him. So why are you killing him for just being black? That's my question. And the answer is simple. There's just issues in the police department, and there's issues all around America of clear signs of racism. I don't like bringing up Colin Kaepernick. I don't like bringing up Eric Garner. I don't like bringing up a lot of cases where BLM has been suppressed by white people who have more power. But at some point, you have to start realizing that the issue is that the Republicans have a completely different principle to police brutality than the Democrats. And it's very, very clear at the end of the day that those who are right are the Democrats. And it's very, very clear that if you're a Republican in this situation and you believe that effect as long as cause is there is basically due process, you are wrong. And to say that in this George Floyd incident, to say that this was justified because he was breaking the law, you are wrong.